All right. Morning, folks. I didn't go get them. Here, just one moment. I got to go get these to continue on my video series. Oh, blurry vision. What's going on here? There we go. Thank you. Thank you, camera gods. Visual effects. Morning. So to continue on, um, these are a little higher up on the budget list than the small 50 or 60 millimeter binoculars. These are the ones I mentioned. 30 millimeter, you can see how much larger the eyepiece is, and how much way larger the main lens is, the main aperture here. This 80 millimeters. My deep sky scope is well, the refractor is 10 millimeters smaller than this. It's in that black box right there. It's actually a 70 millimeter. These are the one I was saying. I mean, they're pretty light, but when you're holding them out, and most people will want to grab them right here because their hand surrounds it all the way, you'll get a lot of this. You'll get a lot of up and down play. Even like I've learned to hold them here and kind of like almost rest them on my nose, kind of. And you still, then the opposite, you get the jitters. So, tripod with something this large. We use these mainly for whale watching and stuff like that. I haven't attempted to do any. You know what? I haven't even. We've had these for a long time, and I've never even looked at the moon with them. I have looked at the sun, though. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have the proper equipment. Uh, but with these, you'll definitely need one of these. This happens to be a Pro Master. I bought it from the Shutterbug. Let me get it unwrapped here. This is actually for my wife's daytime photography. This is kind of an expensive, more expensive one. Not so budget. I mean, you can get tons of these budget minded. This has all kind of apparatuses and a ball head and actually a Vixen. I don't know if this is Vixen or I think it is Vixen, but it has degree, and um, bubble levels all over it. Turn it the right way. It actually has this piece here. Actually, if you unlock it, do this, it will turn it slow. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It will go back to its original level. But, oops, it's always, and it tells you what the tension is on it. This is relatively expensive. This was, yeah. It's called the Professional Specialist series. It does have the center bar. I wouldn't recommend this for like a telescope or anything, because once you get up like that, I don't care how tight you make it, But if you got a lightweight camera with a fairly lightweight lens, you're good. But like I said, this is really not a budget. I have another one over there. I think it's a Zoomy. That's really budget. I mean, it's like 30 or 40 bucks, 50 bucks. This is more the professional level kind of thing. Has all the whistles and bells, things you really don't need if you're just gonna put a pair of binoculars on it, or like per se a small spotting scope. I also have one of them, but it's out on loan to my friends for his boys so they could take it down to the desert and use it. when they got into deep dark skies, but they didn't, and he's back. I don't have that little handheld one, my man Frodo, but yeah. So say you pay $50 for binoculars and maybe another 35, 40, you'll $50 for a tripod. You're only into it $100, and then a couple of free sky apps, and you're viewing the night sky. The darker, the better. But heck, a pair of binoculars in the backyard, steadied, lightweight ones, you don't even need the tripod. So you're in the game for $50, give or take. And you can go up as you want. I wish I would have had the. It's still at my buddy's. It's on loan, but and that's all I sent with him for his kids was a small spotting scope, 90 millimeter. It's real compact, and a tripod, so they could just look around. Actually, the tripod is for these binoculars. Well, it's for whatever I want to put on it. It's an older one. It cost a few dollars, but that was, oh my God, I don't know how long we've had my wife's Olympus, 10, 12, 13, 14 years. Yeah, 14 maybe longer. My wife was using one of them Instamatic, pocket cameras the longest time. And I just thought, I bet you she'd enjoy a really nice camera. So we went to a camera shop and I said, hey. And she was like, wow, this one is, okay, let's buy that and buy a kit. And I bought her the camera with a couple kit lenses and I gave it to her. And then, oh, now we need something, okay, we went back. And I said, okay, just let your fingers do the shopping. Oh, I need this tripod. I need this cool camera bag. And one of our friends, I don't know if she's still there. We haven't been there quite a while, but she was like the assistant manager. Really nice lady. And she's like, oh, back again? I was like, and anyway, she got quite a kit, but that was not cheap even 14, 15 years ago. That camera and stuff. And it's not, I mean, you can use it for deep sky astrophotography, but it's 14, 15, maybe 16 years old. It's more portrait, wildlife, sports. The ISO settings are real low on it. It does, in sports mode, it does take more frames per second than my Canon. I think it's 2 or maybe 4 frames more per second on the sports mode. But it doesn't do video. It's a flat mounted screen. It doesn't flip out and do all the crazy stuff the Canon does. And it actually, portrait wise, I think it's a 24.1 sensor. I forget what sensor's in it, but it actually, in my opinion, it might be the lens. I didn't buy high dollar lenses for the Canon because it's on the back of the telescope, and that was bought for, but I bought some fairly inexpensive kit lenses so my wife can use it because now it makes video, and everybody has gone video crazy. With her, it's mainly for the grandkids. Oh, we got a video of their first birthday party and their first Christmas and their first Halloween and all that. You grandparents out there know. I remember when I was growing up, my mom had an old, and their joke was, oh my God, we're going to the in-laws. We're going to be forced to watch home movies. Now look, everybody's got a phone camera, home movies, selfies, all this crazy stuff. I've never been really one into that. I'm more of a low-tech guy. I'm real budget-minded. And I've collected over, quite a few years. I've collected a lot of really nice, decent stuff on a budget. We've downsized quite a bit in the last, 4 or 5 years. Maybe, yeah, about 4 or 5 years. We really downsized a lot. Anyway, larger binoculars, still in a budget. And, you know, tripod, Amazon, all kind of places. I wouldn't advise to buy one specifically for a telescope till you get a telescope, because most of them are much, much more expensive. They're a little bit heavier duty, but for a lightweight pair of binoculars, you don't need, the Eiffel Tower to hold up a pair of binoculars. You don't need the Brooklyn Bridge. It can be lightweight. You can throw the camera bag over one shoulder and the tripod on the other, and truck off up to the top of a hill and set up, and you know there you go. You're ready to go. And especially, like I said, especially with meteor showers. And that was the other thing I wanted to mention, and I forgot. Um, Sky Safari, once you download it and everything, you'll see when you go to it, it will give you updates like ISS, the International Space Station, is rising. Uh, and it'll, like, Comet, this last one, C 2023 A3. I can't, it's a Japanese name, and it's like such Shin Chan, something like that, but it starts with a T, Tushin San or something. Anyway, it's just a couple months ago. Actually, if you have a fairly powerful scope, you can still see it, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked because of all the rain. We've really had a lot of torrential rain. But yeah, there you go. Uh, Phone app, pair of binoculars, a nice little, I don't want to say cheap, but inexpensive tripod. And really, you're really ready to go for just, astro prospecting, which I look as, if you've got a, gold pan and you're filling it up with dirt and some water and swishing it around, what are you doing? You're looking for the gold. You got binoculars, you're looking for something, whether it be a UFO or, a meteor shower or comet, or, if you have fairly powerful ones, or even with the small ones, you can see an enormous amount of detail on the moon. Um, just enjoy, have fun, get you out, fresh air, maybe get some of this knocked off. You can tell I haven't been out in the field for a while. Oh, I got to start with the, because I packed on quite a few pounds. I'll be winded dragging any of my equipment to the top of a hill. Besides, I'm old. So, time to knock this off. Either that or make a harness for my dog and put everything in a wagon and say, come on. Yeah, doggy. Yeah. Thanks for watching.